which is public speaking, so I'm shaking up here. I am a preschool teacher, so I'm used to crayons being thrown at me, not a speech mark. Just kidding, I haven't had a crayon thrown at me yet. For those who do not know me, my name is Wendy Ingraham, and I'm a proud alumni of ACS, a mother to many students here, and an honored staff member. Even though, truth be told, I wanted to be a canine dog trainer, but I guess God thought I'd be better at training disciple hearts than dogs. Ada Christian has always been home to me my whole life. It is not just another school or location. It is a community full of love for God and for others. This is a place of radical kindness, generosity, encouragement, guidance, roots so deep in the Lord, and people so devoted to Him that there was no question about it when considering where to send our children and who we would want alongside us in raising them. This handsome fellow right next to me in support is my husband, Will, but along with many of the pure play soccer kiddos, you may know him as Coach Conehead. That's a whole other story. And one of the biggest leaps of faith that we have ever taken together was signing up for foster care. It has been something planted in my heart for as long as I can remember, and I'm so grateful that God put a man in my life that willingly jumped right along this crazy boat. About a year and a half ago, we got a message asking if we would take a teenage boy. Of course, my first thought was hard pass. We had our own plans for about a 2 to 8 year old, but God. God spoke to our hearts, and if you've ever watched The Chosen, the phrase that kept going into our mind was, if not now, when? He gave us so much peace, and we said yes. With that, this boy would be moving into our home in 2 weeks, and school started in 3 weeks. We knew that Ada Christian was exactly where Kumari needed to be. Will and I couldn't do this alone, and we knew that we needed Ada Christian if this was at all going to work out. So we met with the school, we explained our situation, and we asked for help. Spiritually, emotionally, academically, but big time financially. And with no hesitation, their answer was yes. They knew that he needed this school, this safe haven. I left that day, and I could not stop crying for this boy that I didn't even know yet. It was astonishing to me to see how much God was working for his life already through others. Let me just tell you, it is because of generations of people like you and your willing hearts to give that Q's life, along with so many others, is changed.
Q's opportunity to start over was with a Christ-centered education. So many things that Ken shared resonated here with doing it afraid, come on God moments, and some of that we wanted to share some context and perspective with you all and how the foster care process works. We provided several documents, including a case summary, trauma report, and school records that don't always look that great. Did Wendy mention that we had 3 weeks before school? That's where love, Ada Christian, and a Christ-centered education comes together. 1 Peter 4, 8 through 10 shares, above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Show hospitality to one another without grumbling. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's very grace. Because of the gifts from people like you and the love shown by the Ada Christian community, Q was given hope, and most importantly, Q was shown who Jesus is. Fast forward to now, he's thriving, he's a new kid, he's hilarious, and sometimes he's annoying because he's a teenager. But he has the ability to rewrite his story because we all said yes. Q has brought our family so much joy, new perspectives, and has changed our lives forever, including some in this room. I mean, he is a legend now, scoring 9 3-pointers at the staff versus 8th grade boys basketball game. Just ask us all about that.
You guys are all here tonight for a reason, and I am speaking terrified for a reason. We can do big things afraid together, whether that is within your home, your time volunteering for this school, or financially giving. Believe me when I say it matters, and it makes a big difference. Q's life has transformed because of your generosity, and my family could not thank you enough. Christian education and taking that step of faith where God is calling you can change everything.
We just wanted to close just by saying all praise and glory be to God. I want to give a round of applause to everyone at the Ada Christian community.